I would really like to talk a little bit about a hard subject, and it's about the unhealthy side of content creation. If you've ever felt like creating content is running your life, or even worse, ruining your life, right? Or if you've ever thought that content creation is just freaking hard and what? They changed the algorithm? Oh gosh, I have to do TikTok now? Nope, not doing a YouTube channel. Can't I just write a post and people fall into my lap? I know that I've had these questions. I know I've had these feelings. I know that my clients have because I've heard various versions of each one of those statements. And the reality is, the social media platforms want us to create, and frankly, make money off of us. You've heard the adage, if you are not paying for the product, you are the product. And while I don't think that is entirely always true, the reality is, if we did exactly what Instagram wanted us to do, we'd spend 35 out of our 40 work hours a week if you work that many hours, which I do not, and we'd spend them all creating content. And frankly, that content would get dumber and dumber because the mindless scrolling promotes dumb content. I don't like dumb content. I've never liked that kind of stuff. So I want to talk a little bit about this unhealthy side of your business can. The first is content creation shouldn't feel hard. Now, marketing will always be work, especially if you are not a marketer. But, and call me crazy here, your content is about that thing that you love doing, so it shouldn't feel hard to create. Do you have to carve time out to do it? Yeah, you do. But you should feel some level of passion for your content. It's talking about that thing that lights you up. It's encompassing that thing that you're really good at, and you are helping people get results doing that thing. You should feel excited about that. Now, I am not a quick fix marketer. I'm not an overnight success. And since I know you wouldn't be listening to this if you didn't like helping people, I know that you are willing to put some time into doing it and doing it well. And part of that time does include content creation, almost no matter what kind of business you are at this point. So we've cleared the time investment issue out of this. In today's day and age, you will need to market at some point, and a solid organic content plan, it's a must. Now, knowing what order to present your content in, knowing the best way to craft a hook or write a headline or simple eases into that call to action at the end, those are the mechanics. They're the tactics. And some of that might feel hard at first. That's okay. That's not the meat of content creation anyway. It's simply the mechanics of it. And those are things you can learn. It's the actual meat, that thing you're good at, that thing you're talking about in your content, that's the hard part. And that's where you, as an expert, get to shine. So, what do you do when content creation feels difficult, when it does feel hard? If creating content has taken over your life and you're spending more and more time on it than actual client work, you have a problem. That is unhealthy. If you're dreading the content on your task list, odds are you're trying to use tactics, mechanics, again, that you're not aligned with. I know video is ever more popular, and if you've given it a fair shake and still carry that upper lip sheen of sweat and hair 3 months into it, maybe it's time to look at why you are doing video, why you chose that avenue. I am not sitting here and saying you have to be on TikTok. But if your audience loves TikTok and you are not enjoying it, maybe you're not a good fit for that audience. Maybe it's time for you to choose a new best client that isn't heavily on TikTok, for example. If you want to have a balanced and healthy content creation in your business, you need to make sure that you are aligned with the kind of content that you are producing. And that leads us to our second point. Attention shouldn't be easy. I know, it's 4 simple words, and they're not even my own. I heard them from Roberto Blank at Creator Economy Expo. I'm so jealous. It is such a brilliant 4-letter quote. It's genius. Our world is crazy, you guys, and some days it is like sheer nuts just trying to finish and get through the day. Might be like that for me today. I don't know. For you to expect a stranger or even like a semi-acquaintance to give up 5 or 15 or even 45 minutes of their time for, an info session or a webinar or whatnot, you had better be offering really good, stellar content in return. Not regurgitated ideas from your coach or the latest influencer around the worldwide corner. Nope. And certainly not fluff. Double nope. You had better be offering thought-provoking ideas, aha realizations that shift their perspective, a win for the viewer that they can apply immediately so they can actually tie it to what you said and not forget who they learned that from, of course. If your content isn't doing that, it's not just not valuable, it's a time waster. Like, you may as well go into their house and turn their bathtub on and leave it running for 3 days. It's like that kind of time and money waster. In today's world, time is the most precious resource. And before you get defensive, I'm guilty of this. If I were to sample 5 random pieces of content I've created over the last year, they're probably not all going to be that good list of things I just gave you. When I take a hard look at them, they're not all perfect. Some of them are reaching beyond what I actually should be asking my audience to do. That's something I'm working on, and it's something that you can work on too. Attention shouldn't be easy. And also, clamoring for attention constantly will often mean that you're going to lose sight of your original goal. And that was, of course, to help people. So if you're spending more time shopping for likes and comments than doing actual working with your clients, you've probably fallen into the unhealthy side of content creation. And that right there leads me to my third point. Marketing will always take work. All of marketing is a test. I say this so often, and I won't back down on it because, frankly, the minute I do, I should probably hang up my marketing hat and call it a day. The reality is things change, tactics change, trends evolve, they come in and out of style. Okay, close the door, buddy. That would be the resident 4-year-old interrupting this. That's great. Anyway, sorry. Free webinars, slows, 5-day challenges, info sessions, application funnels, workshops. These are all tactics. And some of them are the tactic du jour, and everyone starts doing them, and then they stop working. You'll probably still be hearing about them as really good things for years after that, because that's just kind of how it works. I still sell the Show Up System, and I will stand behind everything I include in it. If you buy it today, it is a wonderful product. I think it will help you organize and post your content consistently. But if I was still running thousands of dollars of ads each month to it today, I would be losing money. That kind of slow funnel, self-liquidating offer is no longer profitable for most people. I'm not saying people can't profit on it. I'm just saying it's really hard to make work in today's ad age. So testing matters, and testing in your content is the same. Marketing will always take work, and work means time. You're going to pay in either time or money, and often both at the same time. This hasn't changed. Running a business has always been like that. 20 years ago, we would all be paying for ads in the phone book or newspaper. Today, we're still paying to market, even if the venue has shifted. Creating content takes time. Hiring someone else to create content for you takes money, and will probably still take time. If you're not a brand and you don't want to be a brand, content might be more optional. If you're a word of mouth provider only, you might be able to get away with that, but you're going to have to do other marketing methods. Networking, which takes time. You're going to have to work out strategic partnerships. Meeting those people, it takes time. Lots of those things, they'll also take money. So if you're not creating content, you have to be willing to put time, effort, and money into these other marketing methods. It's going to be something, and for most businesses in today's age, content isn't a maybe, it's a must. If you're building a larger business and a brand around that business, you absolutely have to create organic content because people need to be nurtured along the way. No matter what you're selling, the sales cycle is becoming longer for most things. People need that time to build trust. So those were the 3 big ideas I wanted to address here. Content creation shouldn't be hard. Attention shouldn't be easy. And marketing will take work and effort. So how do we stay healthy, and how do we stay balanced with content creation, given what we just talked about, what we know here? Systems are going to save your bacon in every area of your business, and content is no different. It's simply another example of that same rule. Have a have a content creation system. Have a content organization system. They're not always the same, by the way. The show up system will help you stay consistent, but it's not going to necessarily be a good database of all the content you've already created, right? Have a posting system. Have a way to consistently and easily measure your results. These are the things that I've been talking about all year in my lives, on my podcast, on my blog. If you've not yet heard of my old, new, borrowed, and blue method to creating client-focused content that balances out how you publish your content plan, I have done you a favor and I've created a free, yes, free 5-day email course. I'm having it delivered straight to your inbox, or if you're more of the binger kind of person, the Netflix generation, you can actually click the link to get right to the next one. I'm not going to make you wait all 5 days if that's more your style. Really, I'm trying to serve you in whatever way is best for you. But this free 5-day email course, it is going to walk you through how to stay healthy in your content creation and get off the content creation hamster wheel. And yes, live your life. I organized my business to run around my life, hence the 4-year-old that interrupted me twice during this. Thanks, buddy. But I've also organized my life so that I don't have to spend all my time working. And because of that, there is some crossover. I want to make sure that you have the same level of healthy and balanced content creation so it doesn't feel like a chore in your world or your business. So if you want access to that, again, I want to remind you it is free. It's a free 5-day email course, and you can get it at brittnygardner.com/balanced. It is really easy to do that. And I want to make it very clear. My goal is to support you in creating content, no matter how you want to do that. If you never buy a single product from me and you just make your life a little bit more stress-free, that sounds great to me, like really, really great. So if that's who you are, I don't want you to feel guilty about it. I want you to enjoy the resources that I am offering here because I truly want to make sure that less is more in your world. Less content creation time and more results with it.